can keep that. Void. Passing argument has nothing to do with void. You can pass, yeah. And on the line number 12, on the LHS, remove everything. On the LHS, remove everything. Okay, perfect. Now run. This should give you world hello.
Okay, I made you host. Okay, Umar.
Yeah, you started recording. Got it?
Reverse word.
So there was no need for reverse string also. Come down, scroll down. So remove that reverse string also. This to the left of this, yeah, remove that. Yeah, yes, now run. But now this will give you in one word. So what you can do is just concat a space. No. Cancel it. After that, no. Line number 21. Give a plus. Give a plus. At the end, after AR of I, give a plus. Give double quotes. Space. In between the double quote space. Yeah, now run.
Okay, I use here and then I remove it and then I execute again.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense
But
now?
sir, okay, fine. But sir, here is my question is that what is the scenario of third? How we apply here?
The scenario 1, 2, 3.
Yes, then the third one.
Scenario 2.
2 and third, second and third, sir.
Yeah, so this is scenario wherein we are passing as an argument and we are serving at the caterer's end. So you can call it as a fourth scenario.
Okay.
We are buying butter and paneer, giving to the caterer. Caterer is cooking and serving.
Then, sir, in case of serving, here we return something, na, sir? So
Okay,
return.
so you want to serve at your end?
Yes,
you
sir.
want to serve at your end, at the main end.
Main end.
Where do you
This
want to serve? At main or at the function?
Function, sir.
The function is serving right now, but you want to return back to the main and main should serve. Like caterer will return the food and we will serve, right?
Right.
You want that technique now? So remove line number 21, comment that. So don't serve over there. Copy line number 21, cut line number 21, cut it and paste it on line number 13. And now you can say, now uncomment line number 23. And now remove the void and add a string over there. Okay. And now on line number 12 on the LHS, take a string variable, string answer. Okay. And in the line number 13, print the answer. Change the variable name up also to answer.
Okay.
Use the same variable name. No.
It not suggest. Okay, fine.
One second. Now why is this throwing an error? Go take to the red line. Red line. No, just take the mouse to the red part of that line. Yeah, just hover your mouse over there towards the red part of the line. Just hover the mouse over there. It will give you the hint. No, don't select. Just take it over there. It says method must return a type of result. Okay, and we just delete line number 22. Delete line number 22.
It's already deleted here.
Yeah, just remove that line. Okay. Okay, now still it is telling. So we are going to return a string, but we are in the for loop, right? As it is iterating, it is not counting the iteration as a return type, as a valid return type. So you cannot count the iteration for the return type. We'll have to, after the loop also we have to return. But we have to return in the loop only, correct?
Right, sir.
And okay, there is some problem. There is some problem over here that we are passing the array and the array is coming over here. We'll have to stick to the old logic only over here, Shabana. Just do Control Z. Keep on
Okay.
doing, keep on doing Control Z. Yeah, keep on doing, keep on doing. Keep on doing, keep on, yes, keep on doing.
Again,
Yeah, perfect. So this is only, I guess, with the solution for this. So we are passing the array at line number 12, we are passing the array. It is coming in the array in line number 15. And then that array we are running a loop and displaying. Okay.
I can't
Return once.
understand, sir.
Multiple
In
times.
this line,
Error. You got this?
I can't understand. Yes, sir. It's
You understood?
this logic is okay, but sir, I want to put return something, but it's not showing here.
You want to? Yes, Shabana?
Yes, sir.
Use return function.
Yes, sir.
You want to use return over here?
Yes, sir. I want to return here.
Return over here because we are looping, right? So if you want to return over here, no, then start the loop and then remove the loop from here. Then the loop at line number 20, no, remove that loop. Yeah.
So Umar, now you are just doing some recap, right? The Q&A.
So this is the recap of the arrays going on.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and paste it above on line number 11. Paste on line number 11. Yeah, and now instead of passing reverse string, pass reverse string ARR of I. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, you're correct. And now just remove the ARR, remove the square bracket from line number 15.
This one?
The square bracket, yes. Okay, and now remove line number 19. Remove line number 19 and 21 both. And line number 17 also.
17.
Remove everything. Just keep the last line. Just keep line number 22. And uncomment that line. Uncomment 22. And just remove the I also.
Sir, it's a function and function only return.
With remove the square bracket also.
Okay.
And replace the void with string. The
Void with is okay.
Yeah.
Sir, I can't understand your logic, sir, here.
Okay, and
Because,
now in the
yeah,
for loop, go in the for loop now. Declare I over here. Okay, and in the for towards the line number 13, towards the left, take string answer. And I put this in the curly bracket because now for will have two lines. Put the for loop in curly brackets. And now display the answer. SOP. Line number 14. Go at the end of line number 14. No. Cancel.
okay.
Go at the end of line number 14. You haven't displayed the answer. No. Keep that as the same. You have to Control Z. Yeah, go at the end of line number 14. Enter. Now SOP. Below. Remove the
Okay.
ln. Remove the ln. Type answer and plus double quotes space. Yeah, now run this. Okay.
Sir, it's okay, but I can't understand, sir. Because sir, in function area, you only return values, but here is the cook part and by part and serve part. Then
Yeah.
there is a serve part, sir, in function.
Which part?
Why
Serve
we
part.
use
Serve part
function,
is,
sir? Why we use function here, sir?
we are just taking the string and returning it back. There was no need for a function over here, but you want to display it in main, right?
Then sir, what is the role of the function here, sir? I want to answer this question, sir. What is the role? Returning only, sir. Returning functions. That's it.
That's why I had told you know that we will not return in this. We will serve it at the reverse string only. But you told that I want to return it back. So this task did not involve returning.
I can't understand your logic, sir. Sorry.
See, for different specific tasks, no, we have different logic. We cannot
Okay.
apply the same logic. So what can be done with a needle? I will not remove a sword over there, will I? What I can mend with a needle, will I take a knife to mend that? So in this scenario, this logic doesn't help that we display it in the main. Here, the logic is that you serve at the caterer's end only. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Logic-wise, no, logic-wise, scenario-wise, we have to adopt the technique. We cannot adopt the same technique in all scenarios. So in this scenario-based question, you had to display the string in the function itself, in the reverse string itself. That is what we did. But you were telling that I want to display it back into the main. So this logic is making no sense to displaying it in main. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Little bit, sir.
Where do you think you are slipping? Tell me.
Sir, actually, I can't understand your logic, sir.
See, what I'm trying to tell you is, in programming, no, there is no set rule.
So here's the confusion is that, sir, I use a function and
Okay.
the role of function is what is here, sir. I only return the ARR. That's it.
So in this
Then
case,
why you
don't
use a
return it.
function?
You display the
Yeah.
string in the function itself. We wrote the function, no? So we will pass the array to the function. The function will reverse the string and display it. No need to return it back in this scenario. So the first logic which we had used, no, that was more useful in this case.
You're right.
Now control Z and keep on controlling Z. Keep on controlling it. Yeah, keep on doing. Keep on doing. Yeah, I'll tell you when to stop. Keep on doing. That's but no, stop here. Stop here. Stop here. Okay. So on the LHS now, line number 12 on the LHS, remove everything. Okay. And now we write over here void. Before the function name, write void. Remove reverse string also, colon. Below. Line number 21.
Okay, this one.
Remove the reverse string, colon. No. Keep this. No. Just the reverse string, double quotes, that remove.
Okay.
Remove here. And after this, add a plus and empty space after the ARR of I. So this logic is perfect in this scenario. Okay. So whatever array I will pass, it will reverse the words and display me. Run it. So that is the function doing for you. remove the ln also. Just keep it print. No need to give ln.
Okay. But sir, here
Yes,
is the just my wait, sir. Here is the by part, right, sir? And this one is a calling part.
Yeah, this is the calling part, correct?
And this one is a cook part, for loop, right, sir?
For loop, you can say the cook part, okay?
Okay. And now this one is the serve part,
So,
right, sir?
so this you can talk as the fourth scenario that we are passing
Okay.
to the caterer.
Sir, I want to main function are doing three work by calling and serve. Then what we do
This
here?
scenario is not appropriate for this question.
Okay.
So every question has a particular scenario. It has to be solved by that technique. So if there is a work which is to be done by a needle, you are telling I want to do that work with a sword.
Mhm.
So why would you want to do that? I'm asking. So would you want to cut apples with a needle? So
I want to
apple,
just
to cut
try
apple,
it,
you have
how
a
to
knife.
work it. That's it. Na. That's it. Na. Practicing of a
Yeah, so this is
scenario 1, 2, and 3 is not fit on a third one.
yeah. So this program is ideal for this scenario. So maybe this is the fourth scenario wherein you will pass the parameter, and the parameter will then the function only will display it. So we will buy, pass it to the caterer will cook, and the caterer will serve.
Mhm.
Getting it?
Okay.
Now put the T over there.
Yes, sir.
T. Line number 21, put the T for print.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
And now call this function. Now take one
Mhm.
more array, ARR1 on line number 11 or on line number 13 you can take. On line number 13.
Line number 13 is what, sir, here?
See, when you had made the array, no, then line number 9 and 10 was not required. Line number 10 and you could remove. Yeah, remove that line because you already made that array as.
Okay.
Now copy line number 8. Copy line number 8, yeah, and paste it after line number 13. And now give two other words. Give two other words. Give apple, orange. And name the array to ARR1. And now pass this array also to reverse string. And copy the line number 12. Copy line number 12. Yeah. And paste it on line number 14. By passing ARR1. So the function's job is whatever array I am passing, it will just reverse for me. This is what the function is doing for us. So now you run this. So now you will get two outputs. Getting?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Function's job is you write it once and you many times you can pass different parameters and use it.
Okay.
So that is the actual purpose of writing a function. When the function will return, when it will not return, that is scenario based. If the scenario demands that the function should return, then it will return. If the scenario demands the function should not return, it should not return. We cannot just fix one logic that I have learned this logic, I will have to apply it. So you have to be flexible with your application of the logic. This is what I'm trying to say. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Got it,
I'm
right?
getting it. Yes, sir, I get it.
Function is still implemented away. So now you can make tens of arrays of different length. Now make an array of length 5. My name is Shabana. Make an array ARR3, ARR2 of my name is Shabana. Make copy line number 13 and 14. Yeah, copy this and paste it after that. And name it ARR2 and give it 5 elements. Whatever elements you want to give.
Right, sir? 5.
Any number of elements, 5, 10, 20, whatever comes in your mind. Yeah, name it ARR2 now. Yeah, name it ARR2. And pass this ARR2 to the function now. And now it will reverse you this also. ARR2, you wrote 1, 2. Save and run.
Here it shows Anwar and Shabana, nothing
Yeah,
else.
so you
Okay,
should have been
because
flexible with
for
that.
loop,
Yeah, come down. Come in the function. So start your for loop from which index? Not 1. So start your for loop from ARR dot length minus 1. ARR dot length minus 1, because index is 1 less than the size, right? Yeah, now run.
okay.
Getting it?
Okay, sir.
Function is still working, correct?
Yes, sir, right, sir, correct, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir, I got it.
So this is
Thank you, sir.
fourth. So you have discovered the fourth scenario unintentionally. So Vasco da Gama had left for a voyage. On the way, he discovered India. He did not intend to discover India, but he stumbled on India. So you have unintentionally stumbled on the fourth scenario. So you pass it to the caterer. Caterer will only cook and caterer will only serve. This also is possible. Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So
Thank
should I
you.
start sharing now?
Okay, I stop sharing, sir.
So now, today, I had plans of starting with the fundamentals of core Java. Very, very, very important session. If I need to pick all the sessions among, let's say, if we have a total count of 30 to 40 sessions, and if I have to pick which was the most crucial session, will be today's session. So the one who can understand and grasp today's session is 90% of the headache should be over of the course. So take today's session very, very, very seriously, because today we'll be embarking on a journey of OOPS programming. And all your current world programming languages which are running currently. Okay, all your
Yeah, so sorry to
emerging.
interrupt, Umar. So
Yeah.
Mehtab, you join in a right moment, okay? So I please ensure that you'll be not missing any session hereafter. Right, Mehtab?
Yes, sir. I will be available on every class.
Yeah. Thank you.
So all the current and the emerging programming languages. So whatever current languages you can think of. So I can think of Python, I can think of .NET, I can think of C#, I can think of Android, I can think of React, I can think of Angular, whatever language, I can think of iOS,
SQL.
YZ. Whichever language you can think of currently, which has come to your mind, you can think of Java, XYZ, Kotlin, Golang, any language which is currently or which will emerge sooner or later. They all follow the
C++.
OOPS concept. All follow the OOPS concept.
Yes,
So
sir.
once
C++.
C++, yeah, Java means C++. No? So C++,
Okay.
Java is more or less the same. Okay,
So
so
Umar, I
Yep.
just wanted to set the expectation here. I would like Amir, Shavana, and Mehtab. If anyone like Farooq and Atawla is also interested in participating this discussion or coding, I don't have any issues. Okay, but at least specifically on Shavana and Mehtab and Amir, you guys please participate in assignments and ask questions. Okay, so I see only Shavana was taking part, clarifying her queries and questions and submitting the assignments. But I would encourage, Mehtab and Amir also take a part on it, okay?
So
Without,
I also submitted the assignments.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
assignments is given, right?
Okay,
If,
okay.
if at all assignment has not been given over the email like we did last, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Or even whatever the questions put into the group, you just
Okay.
practice that and you consider that would be your assignment, okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
I don't
Fine.
want, at least you should Google it or whatever, even and then take help anyone. I don't have any issues. Like, but just go through the process. Just make yourself, into the practice.
Okay, sir. I will, sir. I will definitely.
Yeah, Mehtab also.
Today
Okay.
onwards.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you can take over, Omar.
Yes.
So these all languages are based on the concept of OOPS programming. So if you can master the concept of OOPS in any one of these languages, let's say if you are doing Python and you have mastered OOPS in Python, then it is just a syntactical change. Just the syntax will change, how to create a class, how to create an object, how to call the methods. Only the syntax will change in the other languages. So if someone who is a master of OOPS concept in Python can be said that he is a master of OOPS concept in all the other languages also. Just he has to brush up the syntax part of it. Like how do we write creating a class? How do we write creating an object? How do you write creating a calling the methods? So what we are trying to do is we are trying to master OOPS based on this language, which is Java. So going forward 3 years, 4 years down the line, if you get opportunity to work in any other language, if your fundamentals are strong, switching is just a 1 week task. 1 week task, you will be comfortable with Android. 1 week, you will be comfortable with any other language. So the bottom line is master OOPS in any one of the languages. So we have chosen OOPS as a language in which we have chosen Java as a language in which we will master OOPS, correct?
So what OOPS stand for?
Object-oriented programming. OOPS stands for object-oriented programming. Okay. So the core is an object. At the very core end is what is an object. So object, you can think of any real world entity. Any real world entity is an object. So if you look around in the room which we have joined the session from, you will see many objects. So you might see a fan. Okay. You might see a table. Yourself as an object, a person himself is an object. Blah, blah, blah. You see tens and hundreds of objects in the room itself. Now what this object has is, this object has some attributes and some functionalities. Okay. So this fan object has some attributes and some functionalities which it performs. Okay. So it performs, let's say I'll put the functionalities in a red diamond. It performs these functionalities. Okay, so what all attributes will a fan have? Let's say a fan will have a manufacturer name. A fan might have number of blades. Some have 3 blades, some also have 4 blades. Okay. The fan might also have a color, might also have a price to it, the cost of the fan. Blah, 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 many attributes. Okay. The weight of the fan, RPM, XYZ number of attributes depending on the price, depending on the whether it is an advanced fan or an ancient fan. So if it is the latest fan which works on sensors, might even have more attributes. And what all functionalities it can perform. I can switch it on. I can switch it off. I can increase the speed up, speed down, like this. Nominal functionality this a normal fan will have, right? Speed up and speed down. Okay. So the rectangular part is an object, which I'm coloring in yellow.
Sir, it's speed down.
Yeah, speed down. Okay. Speed down. So speed up, speed down, increase, decrease. Excellent. Speed decrease. So this yellow part is the object. Okay, I'll just color code it for you all. This yellow part, the yellow rectangular part is the object. So it can be any real world object you can touch and feel, or you can visualize. And the ovals, let's say the green ovals, are the attributes or characteristics. Stick to attributes. So the green oval are the attributes of that object. Or if you go to an online shopping cart, if you go to a mobile, so that is the specifications. Okay, so the specifications are your attributes. So if I take a mobile object, what all specifications will the mobile object have? And these blue diamonds are the functionalities of that object. What all functionalities does that object offer me? So it offers me a feature of switch on. What all buttons the dashboard will have to operate? So these are your functionalities, the one which I'm putting in. So each object will have these three things. Who understood this much? Anyone who's struggling to understand this? So I'm not getting what these colors are dealing about. So, okay, let's do a quick example. So if I take if I have an online school management or college management software, and in that I have an entity called as student. Okay, there will be many entities. Student will be an entity, teacher, course, XYZ. So who can tell me what attributes should this student entity have? At least 5.
Student roll number,
Okay,
student class,
student class. Okay, okay. 5 attributes of this. So you are telling roll number. Okay.
yes,
Each one of you all can tell one thing then. Each 5, we have 5 of us. Each one can tell something. Roll number.
uniform,
Section over here.
Student name. Okay. I take that also. Next, then
section.
Section, okay, and which standard?
Class. Class.
Yeah, class in standard, right?
Yeah, right, sir.
Which standard he is studying, okay. What is
Standard
percent?
sections are also included here.
What is percent?
Fees.
Okay. And
Subject.
what subject he is, what course he is pursuing, okay. So if this is the student, now what all activities, functionalities can the student perform on the online college management system? What all activities can a student do?
Sir, assignments.
Indoor, outdoor activities.
Yeah, we are making an online college management system. What are we making? So what our activities were, but we had to go to the office and submit an application that all we are going to do it now online, school or college management.
Okay, so then activities based on.
If he is not
Online.
going to attend on a particular day, he had to go and write in a calendar and show it to the ma'am that I am planning to take a leave from so and so date because I have a wedding in the family, correct? So now what he will do? He will just log into the application online. So his first task will be he can log in. Okay, he can register first. What he can do?
Register. Yes, sir.
Then he can log in. Then he can mark his attendance. So all things which were done manually, we are going to automate that. So he can mark attendance, apply for leave. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Apply for leave. You can view his result online. So all which were done hard copy, we have automated that. The school has automated. So if anyone, so on the results day, no need to come to college, no need to come to school to collect the result. Just log in and view it online. If you want a hard copy, take a printout. So all this has been now activated. So now tell me, which is the object over here and which are the attributes and which are the functionality?
Student is the object.
Object is student, very good. What are the attributes?
Roll number, students, standard,
Student
percentage.
name and percentage.
What are the functions?
Register, login, mark attendance, application.
Make sense?
Yes.
You can visualize anything. Like this, you can think of anything. So now if I tell you all object mobile, now I want faster. Now this should be at a faster pace. Give me 5 attributes of the object. Attribute means specification. So when you go to buy a mobile
Yes.
online, what specification are you interested in?
Brand.
Okay, the brand is one. Okay, which brand? Okay, so now I'm doing virtual.
Processor, camera,
Perfect. Camera, pixels,
Model number.
memory, right? Storage, 256, 512.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Then RAM, right? 8 GB, 12 GB.
RAM.
Which processor are we
Yes,
using?
sir.
Okay, which
Yes.
processor? Blah, blah.
Color is also.
Sir,
And then price also, right? I forgot the main factor, price.
Right. Yeah.
Then what all features can the mobile perform? We can make a call. We can,
Yes,
call,
sir.
music, video, record.
okay. It can give you a camera.
Video.
It can give you an alarm clock. It can give you a calculator. So the bigger the phone, the more the functions, right?
Lots of function over here.
If we had a landline phone, so if I had an object called as landline phone, okay, this is a mobile phone, correct?
Yeah.
So a landline phone. So let's not disturb this. So if I have a landline phone, now what all features will the landline phone have?
Call.
So the functionality will be less, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As your
Yes.
application scales, the functionalities are added. So landline, the traditional landline phone. So that would have a color,
Color. Yes.
Manufacturer name, who manufactured this,
Yes.
the price of the phone, the weight of the phone. These are the specifications. What all it could do? It could only make a call, correct?
All. Yeah.
What else?
Yes. Sir.
So more or less that was the functionality it could do. Then later on, as the features got added, you could store your contacts in that, right? You could store contacts. Then it also had a display. In the display, you could view who was calling. So as the functionalities grew over a period of time, the landline phone also became more advanced, right? So coming back to our original discussion. Now, if this is understood,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
an object has two main parts, right? The green part and the yellow.
Attributes and function.
What is the green part?
Attribute and function.
Attributes. And the blue part is the
Functions.
functionalities, correct? Now, if I draw one more diagram for your understanding and summarize this. So today I don't think so we'll do any programming, because today we have to do a lot of concept clearance. So if I just draw a diagram of an apartment, you know, when the builders, when they sell an apartment, they give you a top view of the apartment. That this is the living area, and then they'll give you dimensions. So this 18 into 16 feet living area, right? Have you seen?
Yes.
You do some partitioning, that then there is the 2-bedroom, right? So then it will show you that bedroom 1 and bedroom 2, and also show the specifications of that. So it will show you this is the bedroom, this is the bedroom, and it will also mention the specifications. So it will be, let's say, 15 into 12 feet, and similarly 15 into 12 feet, and then it will give you a kitchen and a washroom. Maybe a washroom over here, a kitchen over here, blah blah blah, something of this nature they give you, right? So think of this as a top view of an apartment. So I'll just segregate into two parts. This part and that. Okay. So an object I segregate into two parts. The attributes part and the
Functionality.
functions it will perform. Correct? Now, which is this object? So write that over here. So this is the student. Okay. Now, what all attributes does student have, which we discussed?
Roll number,
Student
student name,
name.
standard.
Roll number, student name.
Academic and
Standard
facility
means which year he is studying.
details are
Year
included
he is
in
studying, FY,
attributes.
SY or TY.
Yeah.
Then, much percent.
Standard.
Class,
And
percentage,
what course he is pursuing? BCA, BCS, BCom,
Yes, sir.
and what are all functionalities he can do?
Register.
Login,
Register.
register,
First register,
Login.
login,
login,
apply leave,
apply,
Mark.
mark attendance,
apply leave,
view
mark,
result,
attendance.
view
result.
result,
yes,
view result.
And view results. Making sense?
Yes, sir.
So like this, you will make a, so when you are trying to program, you will, okay, so this is the object, right? So object is a baby of a class. The class gives birth to an object. Class gives birth to an object. So if we need to have a class, what should we have first? If I need an object, I need a class first, right? Because the class will give birth to an object, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you can think of it like this. So someone is fond of baking. Okay, someone is fond of baking. So he first will get a star-shaped mold or whatever mold or die, whatever you called it. So this die will be of aluminium or some material, correct? Some silicon material, XYZ. Okay. And now he will put the dough in this and put this mold in the oven. So this is the oven. Get a bigger oven. So this mold whatever he has prepared will go in the oven for 45 minutes. And then after 45 minutes, what comes out will be a cake of the same size. Okay, and it will be brown. So it's a cake, right? So it will be brown in color. Sorry. So my question is, what is A and what is B? What is A and what is B?
Both is the cake, but one is uncooked and second one is cooked.
No. Okay. So once we have got the cake, this mold is nowhere in, not in the oven now. It is out of the oven, correct?
Correct.
And now there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it.
If this is a mold, then we can
Now
say
my
that
question
this is an object,
this
and the cake one,
Mold is object and cake is a function.
what
Oven
is
is an
A and what is this
object.
B now? Tell me.
okay. No,
Attribute and function.
sir, A is a class and B is object.
No, we haven't gone to the class yet. So just
Okay.
now what we have discussed. So what is this A and what is this B? This is the oven, right?
Okay,
After removing the cake from the mold is empty, and this is the cake and they of the same shape and same size.
right, sir.
My question is, what is
Okay, sir, I got it, sir. A is a object, so one is a function, and B is a attribute.
no.
No?
Now I just want you all to differentiate between A and B. So A is the mold, correct?
Yes.
And what is B? The cake.
Be the cake.
Is the cake, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if he wants to bake again, what will he do?
Same process.
Use
will
the
be-
mold again.
Again put the dough in the mold.
Yes.
Again put the mold in the oven.
Oven.
Right, sir.
And
Then we
again
get the
remove
cake.
oven. Okay, remove from the oven, and you will have one more cake.
Okay.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So again, one more cake he has, and the oven is now empty again.
Okay.
So like this, can I not make 100 cakes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then after using it for a while, let's say there's a dent in the oven, dent in the mold. Okay, so this part of the mold, let's say, cracks, and there's a dent over here. There's a big dent over here. Now, when the 101st mold at 101st cake, when I will make how will that cake look like? Will that cake also have a dent?
Yes, sir.
So if I make a cake with this mold now, and I
It will
remove
be
that
different,
cake,
different.
that cake will also have some amount of dent.
Yes.
Whatever dent
Yes, sir.
mold has,
Correct.
that cake will have this dent, right?
Yes.
So my question is, what is the relationship of the mold and the cake? This is what I'm trying to ask. What is the relationship between the mold to the cake? 1:1, 1:many, many is to many, what?
1:many, sir.
1 what to 1 where, many where?
One is the mold
one and
and
cake
cake is
is
the mold.
many.
One mold can make many cake,
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
correct? So, and what is the purpose of buying the mold?
Sir, it's making a same shape and same size of.
No, why do so? If I go to exhibition and I see a very fancy mold, and that is
Okay.
$100, it is telling me $100. That is Indian rupees 8,500,
Okay.
and I go and buy it. I bought this on, let's say, New Year, 1st Jan 2010.
Okay.
How many years have passed?
13 years back.
I have not baked a single cake. So is that $100 investment fruitful or dead investment?
Hmm.
Dead investment.
Why is it dead investment?
Because, sir, you not bake a single cake.
So the purpose of the mold is not served, right? The what was
Yes,
the
sir.
what for? The mold was bought for baking cakes, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
It's been 13 years. I have not used it still.
Yes,
So
sir.
just buying the mold and investing $100 was it a wise decision, or was it a not so wise decision? Yes.
Not wise.
Why do you call it not wise?
You haven't used that mold yet.
Yeah. So the purpose for what it was created is not used, correct?
Yes.
And if I was sensible enough, I could have used that mold many times. Let's say, so if I was running a business of making cakes at home and selling, and one cake would fetch me $10. So in a month, I could have earned how many dollars?
300.
300. So within 10 days, I could have, the investment would have been nullified if I would have been wise enough. So the purpose of investing this $100 was to earn out of it, correct? By making cakes and selling it.
Yes, sir.
Now my question is, in the real world, what will I sell? The cake or the mold?
Cake.
But how will I bake the cake if I don't have the mold, right?
Yes, sir.
So the cake is the object. Cake is the,
Object.
and the mold is the class. Mold is
Yes.
the,
Class.
so first what will I make? The class or the object?
Class.
Class.
That class, how many objects can I make?
Yes. No, sir.
With that class, how many objects can I make?
Many, sir.
Many, sir.
If I invest my entire energy in just making the class and I don't create any objects out of it, is that class in its own self useful?
No.
Then when will I declare the class as useful?
When you create the object.
When I created objects from that class. Just by merely creating the class is no good. Am I
Yes,
understood?
sir. Yes, sir.
Everyone? What
Yes,
is
sir.
the relationship between class and object? So now
Yes, sir.
I have to create. So in a college, there'll be how many students? In a college or school, there are at least 100 students, if not less, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So I will be creating 100 objects. So what do I need for that 100 objects? What should be there first?
Class,
By what name?
student,
Student.
And the class student will have all the specifications, the attributes and the method.
functionality. Yes, sir.
So this is the class will be a blueprint. The class will be a
Blueprint,
blueprint using which I can make the object. So class is a.
blueprint.
So let me take one more example. So if there is a real estate construction developer, okay, and he has acquired a plot and he has been asked to construct government quarters. What has he given a contract of? Have you been to government quarters, society which has government quarters? Or
Yes, sir.
buildings will look the same? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if this is the plot he has acquired, and this plot is of 100 acres, how many acres?
100.
And in 1 acre, you can make one building. In 1 acre, you can make.
One building.
So how many buildings can he make in this 100 acres?
100.
100. And these are government quarters. So each building will look the same. Each building will have the same design.
Yes, sir. The
So
same color.
here is how many plans will he make from the architect? So he'll go to the architect, correct?
Yes.
And he'll get the design of the building ready. So my question is, how many design will he make? 100 or 1?
One, sir, only.
Why 1? Yes, 100 buildings, no?
100. Why, sir? Because all buildings are looks like same, sir.
Yes, all buildings are identical. So how many
Identical.
designs will he make is my question. 1 or 100? The option A is,
1.
option A is 1. Yes, Farooq.
Yes, sir. 1.
Why 1? Why not 100?
The blueprint will remain the same because the structure of the building is same.
Yeah. So if
The
I
design
want
is
to, if
same.
I want to make 100 cakes, will I buy 100 molds?
If you
No.
want 100,
Cakes
No,
of the
sir.
same shape and same size.
sir, we
Just
don't
need
need, I
one
mean,
more.
If all the cakes are of the same shape and same size, to make 100 cakes, will I need 100 molds?
no, sir.
1 mold is sufficient, right?
Right, sir.
So similarly, to make these 100 buildings which are of the same shape and same size, do I need 100 designs?
No,
No.
there is only one.
Right? 1 blueprint is sufficient. So if
Yes.
I
Single
had
blueprint
acquired
is sufficient.
and in 2010, I acquired this land. In 2010, I got the design made and I gave the architect 1 crore rupees for the design. Okay. So let's say if I would tell it in you, I can say $1 million I gave to him, assuming. And now it has been 13 years. The construction has not started. Not even a single stone has been laid. So my question is that $1 million investment fruitful till now?
No.
Why no? That is my question. Because for
Sir,
the
when the
purpose for which the design was made, that we will be doing the construction has not started, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So just by writing the class, is your task accomplished?
No.
So what is
No.
the purpose of making the class?
Making
Create
object.
Yes, so this I will
Making
refer to
object.
the golden question. So going forward, whenever I fall back on the golden question, you all should relate with it. So the golden question is, why do we create a class?
To make objects.
That's the golden answer. Perfect. That is your golden answer. So whenever I fall back in the future and I say golden question, so you all should know what I'm talking about. So what is the golden answer?
We create a class to make objects.
Perfect. So that we can create multiple objects. Okay, one or many. So at least you can make object. So at times you make a plan only to make one building, right? And at times you can reuse it. One or many objects. This is my golden question. Okay, just highlight it. And I'll also dump it on the chat so that this is there in front of us always. And then I'll also have a silver question also. I'll also have a silver question. So my question is, first, what will we prepare? Class or object?
Class.
Class.
And then once the class is there, we can make multiple objects of it, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's a class. This is a class. So this is which
Class.
class?
Student is the class.
And these are the data members of the class. So roll number will be of what data type? Integer,
Integer.
Integer.
student name,
Variable. Sorry, string.
which year he is, first year, second year, third year can also be integer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Percentage can be double. And what course he is doing? BSc, BCS, a string again. Okay. And these are functions. So this is the data of the class. What is this?
Data of the
Data
class.
Members. What are this? These are called as what? Data members. And these are called as member functions. What are these called as?
Member.
So a class will have two parts, data members and member. It is very light color. So a class will have two parts, data members and member functions. So data members will be the attributes and functions will be the functionalities of that object. Is this understood till here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now I was relating this with the apartment, correct? So,
Sir, one question is here from my side.
Mhm.
Sir, when the class have the lots of students, how can we find the one student data?
yeah, that we will create objects. When you will create objects, that time you will know. So what he's trying to say is, if this class will be used to create multiple objects, okay?
Okay.
This same class will be used to create object of student Ataullah. This same class will be used to make student Farooq, student Mehtab, student Amir, right?
Okay.
So how will we identify that
Yes.
who is Farooq, who is Ataullah, who is Mehtab?
Yes.
This is
sir.
what you're asking?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this we will study when we make objects. So now we are just studying how to make a class. We have not come to the object part.
Okay.
So whatever object we want to create, for that first we have to create a class, the blueprint. Using this class, you can create many multiple objects of that nature. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this OOPS has one feature called as, okay, so what are the features of OOPS? Features of OOPS, no. One of the very prominent feature is data hiding. What is it?
Data hiding.
Data hiding is there, encapsulation is there,
Inheritance is also.
abstraction is there, inheritance is there, very good. Polymorphism is there,
Yes. Sir.
and blah blah blah, exception handling is there. There are many other And class and objects are also features. Okay, so we can start with these. Class is a feature of groups. Object is a feature of like this. Message passing is there. You can pass message. These are your features of hooks. I'll put this also onto the chat. Is it visible? So
Yes, sir.
OOPS does is, if I draw this apartment design for you all. So this is the living room. And this internal is your private area. So there will be
I
some.
cannot say.
Sir, we can see all only class, student class.
Student
Quite
class.
good. Yes, sir.
Now we
Thank
can
you.
see.
Okay. So this is your apartment. Okay. So this is the entrance to the house. So as you enter the house, you see the living room, what we call as the hall. And then if you go the passage, then you have your bedroom and kitchen. And so my question is, which is the private area and which is the public area?
Bedroom is private area and living room is public area.
The public area of the house.
Yes, sir.
Any outsider who is coming, any
Yes.
kids who are coming, where will they sit? Public area. And
Yes.
the people of the house will sit inside, correct?
Yes, sir.
In the private area. So let's say if someone has applied for a passport and the constable has come for his verification, no, in over here, when you apply for a passport, some authority from the police department comes to the address
Police
and then
verification.
whether the details are genuine. So the constable has come from the police department. So where will the constable sit? So if there is a sofa in the hall, and there is some magazine, there table over there, and some magazine lying over here, something to read. So can this constable come and sit on this sofa?
Yes.
Can he pick up the magazine and start reading?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Because it is in the public area. It is in the
Public area.
an outsider have direct access. The catch is direct access. What is the catch?
Direct access.
So does the constable have direct access to the magazine?
Yes.
Can he open and start reading it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. He's come in the summer season. So in the Indian household, where is the fridge normally? The refrigerator is where?
In the kitchen.
Normally it's in the kitchen, right? So if he is feeling thirsty, can he walk up to the refrigerator, open it and drink the water?
No.
Does he have access to it?
No.
That means he will leave the house thirsty.
Yes.
Yes. You will not serve him water.
Yes.
Yes. Funny. If he is come in the summer season, you will not serve that human being water and you will ask him to leave like this.
He can ask for the water.
Yeah, he can ask for the water, right? So there are members of the house. The mom is there, the dad is there, the son is there. They are there, no?
Yes.
There are people in the house, mom, dad, son. Yes or no?
Yes, he
So
cannot
what-
just go to the kitchen directly and
Yeah, so what is the catch? What is the catch? What does he does not have? He does not have direct access.
direct access. Yes.
If he wants water, he will tell someone who has access. So he will tell the son, can I have some water? The son has access to the fridge or no?
Yes.
Yes,
The
sir.
son will then serve him water. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So the outsider person does not have direct access to the private part of the house. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right.
You tell the son, please pick up this magazine and give it to me.
No, sir.
Why
He
no?
can access direct because it's the
Yes,
he is in a
direct
public
So
area.
that is kept where? That is kept where? In the
Public
public part.
area. In public area. Yes.
But he cannot access the fridge. Why?
Fridge in a private.
In the private area.
If that fridge, let's say that water cooler was placed just beside him over here,
He can access.
then he could have accessed it
Yes, sir.
because it was in the public area.
Public
What
area.
we want the outsiders to access and what we want to stop him from accessing, we will geographically place them in our house. So where would I place my safety vault? If I have some cash with me and I want to place that cash, where will I place it? On the dining table on the living room?
No.
I keep that cash on the dining table on the living room.
No.
Why no? I will put it in the safety vault, right?
Constable will have the direct
To my
access.
house. So what thing I want to allow and what thing I want to restrict, I will geographically place them accordingly. The cash will go here, the private area. Are you all getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
What is the conclusion of this diagram?
Sir, which thing we are access and not access?
Yeah, so public data can be directly accessed, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
From the outside.
Private data cannot.
See, those who are the members of the house, they can access the entire house head to toe. So the mom,
Yes.
dad, and son have the access to the entire house from this corner to this corner to this corner to this corner. They have access to the entire house. Yes or no?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yes.
See about the outsider I'm talking about.
No.
The outsider has
Outsider.
direct access to
Only the
Only
public
private.
area.
public data. So outsiders have the catch. Okay, just I'm emphasizing on this word. Direct access to only the public
Public.
part of the house. Outsiders do not have direct access to.
Private area.
So if an outsider wants to access anything which is in the private part, what will it do?
We will ask for that.
Do not have direct access to the. So if the outsider wishes to access the private part, if the outsider wishes to access something which is kept in the.
Request permission.
So if the documents are kept in the safety vault, he wants some document for verification. Can he walk up to the safety vault and take the documents from there?
No.
No.
So he will ask someone who has access to the vault, right? The father.
Yes. Yes.
If the outsider wishes to access something which is kept in the private part, he
We will ask.
have to access it via the member of the house, correct?
Yes.
So he will ask the member of the house to show it to him, correct? Is this understood? This diagram understood?
Yes.
So in a class, the data, that is the attributes, are private and the functions are public. Am I understood?
Yes.
The ovals are public. The ovals are What are the attributes? Ovals, right? And what are the functions? The diamonds. So these are public and that is private. Who's understanding this?
I understand.
You understood this till here now, how I related that with the class. Okay, so whenever we will create a class, we'll put the data. This is most of the time, okay? This is the normal conditions. But if you want to customize it and put the refrigerator in the public area, it's up to you. Sir, this is not something which is very critical and the outsider will not rob me of anything. So if he runs away with the water, I am not at a big loss. So I don't mind keeping the refrigerator in the public. But would you mind placing the safety vault in the public area? You
Yes.
want to show people that how much money you have and you have vaults to keep that money. Is that common sense?
No.
So in normal situations, we will keep the refrigerator in the private area. But if you want to keep it in the public, it's up to your choice. So, but 99% of the time, this is what we will follow. But this can be tweaked as per the customer requirement. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
So in a class, all your data is what? Private, right? So in
Yes.
Java, we have the private keyword for that. So we'll write over there, private integer roll number. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Then I will add what?
Private string.
And for the function, what will I write?
Public.
Public. Getting it now? Why we would write public to main? Because main had to be accessed by the JVM. And JVM is an outsider. JVM is an
Outsider.
so outsider should have access to main, right?
Yes.
So if I would make the main private, then what would happen? JVM would not be able to access main and the program would not run. So why do we make main public? So that outsider of the application, that is the JVM, can directly access it. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Is this part understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. This diagram also done, this theorem also understood. So class part is more or less we have covered. Okay, so now I guess we can do a small program. Let's
Yes, sir.
let's try to let's try to create this class.
Sir, what is the JVM?
Java virtual machine is the machine which runs your Java programs. So whatever we write over here now, when we go on run, when I say click and when I say run, okay, who runs this program? I'm giving
JVM.
so JVM will run this program and
Sir,
JVM.
is yes, sir. Sir, it's a public.
Yes,
I mean, it's a public domain, or
JVM.
it should.
When we install that JDK, no, a part of that JDK is your JVM, which helps into execution of program.
No, sir. The previous example you were talking about, the class and the functions, objects, class and the objects, and then private and the public, and then you wrote the JVM on the side of public.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm asking for.
So let me just create this package, this application. Then I'll come to you. I'll make it as class demo. In this class demo, I make a source package. I want to make a class called as student. Okay. So what is the class name I have given?
Student,
Student. Now, what all attributes will the student have?
roll number.
I will keep them as private, right?
Right.
Let's just restrict ourselves to 3 variables. So now each of my student will have how many attributes?
3.
Which are they?
Roll number, serial.
Roll number,
Surname.
student name, or percentage.
Standard.
Okay. Now to read the data from the user, I'll make a function called as get data. Okay, or get student info. I made this function. And to display that, I will make a function called as display student info.
POB.
Okay. So now, how many
So-
functions do I have in the class?
3.
How many? 3? Where do we see 3?
2, sir.
Functions, Farooq. Attributes are
3.
2 functions.
attributes are
3, sir.
total attribute.
Three.
Data members. Attributes means what?
Data number.
So how much are there?
3.
Total functions, how many?
2.
Total member function, you can call them as, or methods. What you can call them as? Functions or method. How many?
2.
2 methods, right? Now, this will get the student details. So here I can say using scanner,
Scanner new.
okay, I will say sys out. Please enter roll number. And it will scan on which variable? In sense. Then please enter student name. And it will take in which variable? And sc dot. Next is submission. And then please enter percentage. And that will go into or this understood? And now to display this, what we will do? Understood this much?
Yes, sir.
The class is ready. Okay. So now, is this class in its own right complete? Is my task done just by buying the mold and keep it in the safe? Will I become a good chef? A good baker? So how much percent of the task has been accomplished now? 50%, correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the
We
other
need
50%?
to assign some data.
So what is the other 50%? Is the class just by merely investing in the class? Is the job done? Just by
No,
buying
yeah.
$100 mold, is that sufficient?
No, sir.
Then what will I have to do?
Yes.
What do I have to do with the class then?
Make object.
Make objects of this. Okay. So now
Yes,
once
sir.
class is ready, I will go to the main method. And for main, we always make a new class. In Java, Java, for the main method, always make a new class. Okay. So whatever name you want to give to that, let's say you want to give college main, and that will have main method. So now in this
Yeah.
method, make an object of that class. So what is the syntax to make an object in Java? See over here, we have done this. Line
Yes,
number
sir.
11, we have done it.
Yes, sir.
What is the syntax? Will tell me.
Class name, object name equal to
Class name,
new,
object name,
object name equal to class name,
equal to new keyword and
class name.
followed by round brackets. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So how will I make the object of the class student over here?
Student
Student, yes,
S-
S1.
ST S1, okay.
New.
New student
Correct?
and bracket. Yes, sir.
So now my question to you guys is, now I want you all to understand this thoroughly. This is the moment of truth now. So now my class, what all things does my class have? Now tell me. What all things does my class have? And this is which class?
Student.
This is my class student, right? Now what all things does this class student have? Private data. Data has what?
Data में roll number.
Private thing as
Name.
name. Private double as. And what all methods does it have? Public void get
Get
data.
student info. Yes.
And public void display. Correct? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, sir.
And there's some implementation in blah blah blah. Correct? Now of this class student, I make one object. I make one object. What is the object I'm making? What is the name? S1.
Yes, sir.
One will have attributes of the class. So what all will be there in S1?
Roll number 1.
Yes, the student, as it is the object of the class student, it will have same attributes of that of the class. So it has a roll number, it has a name,
And percentage.
as a percentage. Okay, by default Java to every integer will give value as 0, to every string value as null, to every double value as 0.0, every boolean value as false. So whatever, so now roll number is of what type?
Integer type.
Integer type.
The other
Default is
Java will give. So what will be the roll number of S1 by default?
Integer.
0. Roll number is integer, correct?
yes,
Yes, sir.
What is the default value for an integer?
0.
0.
What is the S name is?
Null.
Null.
So default name is, and for percentage is,
0.0.
can I make one more object S2? Yes, no,
Yes.
is permissible.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Why percentage is double?
Percentage is because your percentage can be in decimals, no? Someone has got 87.677%. Is not that the case in the US? Don't they have percentage in decimals?
Usually, sir, we have A, B, and C.
That is, you have grading system then. We
Yes,
have
sir.
like this in India. Okay, got it, Farooq? Why?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, so now can I make one more object S2?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so with one class, we can make many objects and all the objects will have the attributes of the class. Okay, now will I have a attribute called as grade, as Farooq mentioned? Will I have a attribute called as grade? So if I call the
No,
civil
sir.
engineer and tell him
No,
where is the
sir.
balcony over here on the second floor, you have not made the balcony on the second floor. What will the civil engineer tell me? Sir,
Sir, it's also a null.
I have made it as per the design, as per the plan which the architect gave me. In the plan, the architect has not made any balcony on the second floor. Hence, I, in the real building, also have not made a balcony. Correct?
Yes,
Correct.
attribute.
We have grade over here in the object.
No.
But not in the class.
Why? Because it is not in the class. If I wanted grade over here, I should have given grade over here also. Right?
Right, sir.
So if it is not in the class, so if the class is having a dent, the object will also have a dent. Correct?
Yes.
So if I wanted that over here, should have given this. Now both will have a grade, correct?
Yes, we'll add in S1 as well.
Yes or no? So that's why the class is very important. First, you have to specify everything in the class. And now grade is a string, so we'll have default value as correct. Like that, I can make n number of objects. Now, if I want to pass some real values into it, which function is passing the real values in this? Which
Get
function?
student. Get student info.
Which function is doing that for me?
Get student info.
Okay, so now coming to the golden question. What is the golden question?
Why do we create a class?
What was the answer?
Making object.
Making objects.
The golden answer is
Making one and more object.
to create objects. It's simple, okay? To create objects. Now, my silver
Object.
question-
Yeah.
now my silver question, why do we create an object? Silver question.
And as per requirements.
Why do we create an object? Now we get an object to call the methods of the class. Silver answer is
Call the method
Call
of the
the method of the class. Yes.
using the object, we can call the methods of the class. Getting
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
So now if I want to call get student info, I can call it using what?
S1 dot get student info.
Yes. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
So now if I want to accept the data, now if I want to remove all this, if I don't want to use the default values and I want to give over here 101 Alice and 78.5%. So I will
Yeah.
call that method. So I will go to college main and say S1 dot get student info.
Yes, sir.
It will go to which method now?
Get student info.
So now wherever there is the roll number and name and percentage, it will point to whose roll number, name, percentage of the object who has called this function. So which function
Yes,
has called, which object has called this function?
S1.
S1. So wherever we are using roll number, S name and percentage, it will be whose?
S1.
One more analogy. So, every school has a library, every college has a library. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So in the library, when they issue a book, so you have to submit your library card to the librarian, correct? And then the librarian will give you the book for 2 weeks at the gift, okay? And every book has a unique number associated with it. Let's say this is a book of programming. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. And book code is 1122. What is the book code? and let's say student number Alice. Alice comes to borrow this book. So Alice will go here. Alice will submit her library card. Okay. So whose library card is there with the librarian?
Alice.
Alice, and the librarian will tell that which book Alice has borrowed. That she will put over there that on 3rd August, today is 4th August, right? On 4th August, 2 to 3, Alice purchased book. The book, which book Alice has bought? What is the return date? She has to return by, let's say, 18 August. So this details is there in the card, and Alice will be issued the book. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now, from which date to which date, who is the custodian of the book?
Alice.
Okay. So now, if on 12th of August, which August? Book,
12.
book number 1122 is found in the classroom, unattended, and the professor sees the book and he says, whose book is this? Who will raise the hand?
Alice.
Alice, right? Because between these two dates, she is the custodian of the book. The book will be in her custody. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then on the 18th of August, she returns the book back, and then Ben goes to borrow the same book. Okay. Who goes to borrow? Ben. So Ben
Ben.
books it from 19 August till, let's say, the same book 1122, and his return date is, let's say, 3rd September. Now, if on the 22nd of August, the professor sees the same book lying unattended. Now, when he says, whose book is this? Who will raise the hand?
Ben.
Ben.
Ben,
Ben. Why not Alice?
because her
Because Alice returned the book to library.
For that,
Because now Ben is the custodian of the book.
Yes.
correct. So that is the same logic will apply over here. So now I have called this function, which is a function. Which is the function name?
Yes.
So I have called it using which object?
S1.
S1. So all this roll number, S name and percentage will belong to whom?
S1.
Belong to which object?
S1.
So now if I enter over here roll number as 01, name as Alice, and percentage as 78.5, they will be stored in whose roll number, name and percentage?
Alice.
S1s, right?
S1. Yes.
So it will go into S1. So the 0 will be removed. And what will come over here?
70.
Yeah, and the last
78.
was not there. Okay, so this is not there. So will not make matters complicated. So now S1 has got its new values. 101, Alice, and 78.5. Correct?
Yes.
Now, if I want to populate these values also, what will I do? I will call the same function using which object?
S2.
So I can say S2 dot get student. I have not made an object S2. What will I do then? Make
Let's do
object,
it.
right? And then with this object also I can call. So again, when it is called, again it will go here, and again it will ask me roll number name. I will enter now 102, Ben,
Ben.
and 88.5. Now what will go? So these values will now go here, right? In which object?
S2.
So getting it, who had asked, how will we identify that which object will contain which value?
Yes.
102, 10, and 80. Now, if I want to display these values first, I will call which function to display?
S2 dot get info.
Display. I want to display.
Display. Okay.
So I will call which function?
Sir, SOP.
So here, see over here. I'm highlighting it for you all.
Display. Yes.
Display student info. So using which object?
S2 dot
So if I come
display
here now,
student.
if I want to display S2's first, I will say S2 dot,
Display.
and then if I want to display of S1, then
S1 display student info.
okay, always go to the main and run the application. Run the application from main, right click,
Yes,
run
sir.
in Java application. So what it will do is it will call the get info first. So this is, so who has called this first?
S1.
So now whatever I'm ending is for whom?
Roll number.
S1, right?
Yes, sir.
And who is calling it next?
S2.
Yes.
S2.
Or,
Then at 8.5.
and whom am I calling for display first? So it
For
will
Ben.
display me Ben's first. And then Alice, correct?
Correct.
Yes, no, maybe, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood this?
Yes.
Like this, you can create n number of objects. Okay, now can I access the roll number directly?
No.
Yes. How could I call? How can I access get in student info and display student info directly over here? Because they were in where? Public, right?
Public.
So similarly, if I try to say I want S1 dot roll number, will it allow me?
No.
See the reason, see what it is commenting. Just read that. Can someone read this for me?
The
field
field
student RNO is not visible. Roll number.
Okay, why is it not visible?
Yes. Because it's private.
Yes. If I want to give access to roll number directly, then what do I have to make changes?
Public. Make it public.
Make it public. Okay, so bring that water cooler in the hall. So make it public. Now this
Yes,
error
sir.
will vanish. Now that error will vanish. Okay.
Gone. Yes, sir.
So what happened to it now?
Syntax
error.
error.
Give some value to it. No, give some value to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
When I
Yes,
gave,
sir.
when I make it private, no. When I make this private and I still give some value, it will not allow. What will it say?
Yes. The field student roll number is not visible.
So see, it is telling over here, change the visibility. You can click over here
Yes, sir.
and then you can change, or directly go here and change it to
Visibility.
what?
Public.
Now the error will vanish. Vanished.
Yes, sir.
Now if I display again with S1, what would be the output? So what was S1's roll number?
Roll number.
What was
Roll number is
10.
It was 101. When I call the get info, what did I enter? 101, correct?
101. Yes, sir.
Then it displayed me the 101 also. And now
Yes,
what
sir.
I changed it to?
10.
10.
Now when I call it again, what will be the output?
10.
10 Alice 78.5, correct?
Yes, sir.
So like this you can do the changes also. Okay. So 101 Alice 78
Sir, why there are two windows for the Eclipse?
means
I mean, why there is not only the one window? Because
which
have you made a two class? That's why. I mean, college main Java on student Java.
no, which window are you talking about?
So there is one window, I mean, which is displayed right now. And secondly, on one which you have the private, make the public and the private.
Yeah, this one.
Yes, sir.
This is one class. This is one class.
So I mean, how these are connected with each other?
Just go to the default package and right click and make a new class.
So, but I mean, my question is that can we do it on the one, on one window?
You are talking about one file. This is one file and
Yes,
this is
sir.
talking about the file. This is one file. This is one file, right? Is this what
Right.
you're talking about? By window, I am understanding that you are talking about this is a window.
Sir, he want to merge them in a class.
No, no, no. Don't try that. That would not be professional. So keep one class on a separate file.
Sir, can I make a suppose can I make a college class? Name of the class is college,
Yeah.
and one class is student info and second is the staff info. Can
Yes.
we access the data?
Yes, yes, they can access the data. You can make as many classes as you want over here. So you go and over here, right click, go to class, make your, let's say you are a class student, right? Now we can make class teacher also. And then give attributes of the teacher class.
Okay.
So every teacher will have a teacher number.
Yes, sir.
Every teacher will have a teacher name.
Yeah, same as the students.
Yeah, yeah. Every teacher will have a salary. Like this we can make. And then you can have methods over there for them.
Okay.
And for the main, make a new class always. In that, write the main and make the objects of that over here. At least in the initial phases of your OOPS concept. Then once you become comfortable, then we will go in deep. Okay, guys, understood this much till here?
Yes, sir.
This for today. So try creating a class called mobile. Okay. So take
Okay.
the mobile class. We had the mobile class, no? Didn't we make the mobile class?
And get the data.
Yeah. So try making a class called mobile and in that mobile class, try getting. Yeah. So I want you to make a class by this attributes and then just keep two functions. Get mobile info and set mobile info. That's all. So read mobile info and display mobile. That's just make me these two attributes will be these. Okay. So just the function name that I'm changing. So no need for these methods. Attributes, I want this. So brand will be a string. Camera pixels will be an double because we have decimal also. Storage will be integer. And it will be integer. Processor price will be double. Okay, got it? And then
Yes.
just write these two functions and make at least three objects. Make at least three objects. One for iPhone, one for Samsung, one for OnePlus. Okay? And you can share it on the group. Then tomorrow we'll go deeper.
One for iPhone, one for Samsung, and one for.
Samsung, OnePlus. Okay?
Say it again, sir.
Samsung, one.
Support the question in a group.
Samsung, OnePlus, and iPhone. This is the question.
Okay.